Let's see what that actually looks like. All right, let's actually apply this to 31 squared. Part 1, 3 squared, that's 9. Part 3, 1 squared, that's just 1. And for that middle part, we do 3 times 1, then double it, which gives us 6. Now all you have to do is line them up. What happens when the numbers start getting a little trickier? And that brings us to a really key part of this whole trick, handling the carryover. This is what you do when one of those parts gives you a 2-digit answer. And honestly, this is the secret to solving a problem. So yeah, what do you do when one of the parts is a 2-digit number? Let's use 42 squared as our next example to see exactly how this works. Okay, we're just going to follow the exact same steps. Part 1, 4 squared, that's 16. Part 3, 2 squared, that's 4. Easy. And the middle part, 4 times 2, doubled, is 16. So now, here's where it gets interesting. We've got 2-digit numbers in our first 2 parts, so what do we do now? Okay, so here's the new rule. For that middle part, the 16, we only write down the last digit, the 6. The first digit, that 1, we're going to carry it over to the left. It's just like when you're doing regular addition. So that 1 we just carried over, it gets added to our first part, which was 16. That makes it 17. So you put it all together, and our final answer is 1764. See how that works? It's lightning fast. Okay, you feeling confident? Good. Let's pick up the pace a little and try a tougher one. This one's going to need us to carry over twice. Let's do 64 squared. All right, you know the drill by now. Part 1, 6 squared is 36. Part 2, 6 times 4 is 24. Double that and you get 48. And part 3, 4 squared is 16. Yep, I see some carryovers in our future. Okay, let's work from right to left. We're going to take the 1 from that last part, the 16, and add it to the middle part, which was 48. That gives us 49. So right now, we know the last 2 digits of our answer are going to be 9 and 6. Now, for the next step, we take the 4 from that new number, 49, and carry that over to our first part, the 36. 36 plus 4 is 40. And there it is, the final answer, 4096. See? Faster than a calculator. Okay, we are on a roll now. It's time to put all of this together and tackle a real challenge. We're going to prove this trick works for any 2-digit number. I don't care how big it is. All right, time for a big one, 87 squared. Now, the numbers are bigger, yeah, but the rules, they are exactly the same. Let's do this. Okay, now check this out. Part 1, 8 squared is 64. Part 3, 7 squared is 49. But that middle part, well, 8 times 7 doubled is 112. Whoa, a 3-digit number. But don't worry, the process is exactly the same. Okay, let's break this down nice and slow. First, the 4 from the 49 gets added to the 112. That makes 116. So we write down the last digit of that, which is a 6. Now, we take the remaining 11 from that number and carry that whole thing over to our first part, the 64. 64 plus 11, that gives us 75. And there you have it. The final answer is 7569. We just solved a pretty complex square in a few seconds, all in our heads. I mean, that's incredible, right? All right, so you've seen the method, you've mastered the carryover, you've even conquered a really tough problem. So now it's time to go back to the very beginning. Remember this guy, the question from the very beginning. But this time you have the secret. So let me ask you again. Can you find the value of 78 squared in just 5 seconds? Go ahead, pause right here and give it a shot. Apply that 3-part trick with the carryover rule. You've got all the tools you need. You can totally do this. The answer is 6084. So, how'd you do? I'm willing to bet you were a whole lot faster this time around. You know, with just a little bit of practice, you'll be doing these in just a few seconds, no problem.